Another chance at perfection.
Onward and upward. Yeah.
Dark shop, citizen.
Keep your eyes open for a good tea shop. Always happy to try a new blend. Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
I am a scholar, damn it!
Quality material makes for quality goods.
A premium asset.
How do you drive this thing?
Yeah!
Yeah.
That was fast. I'm impressed. And you know what would impress me even more? If you tell me that you've successfully completed the contract. That's a very meaningful gesture from a newcomer. The Office of Divine Prosecution will have to handle the Divine Prosecution. Don't merely be a visitor to Summerset. Help uphold its justice.
An unanticipated windfall.
Surprised to see you.
Someone was playing with Daedric magic out at the Emerald estate. Opened a portal to oblivion and everything.
Some of my customers haven't been very polite since the borders were open, despite the fact that I'm Eleanor born and raised.
Mastery of 3 crafts is its own reward.
Please, can we be away from here as quickly as possible? I'd like to retain the current number of apertures in my skull.
I could go for a bit of excitement.
Can never have enough of that.
I see signs of the court's work throughout Summerset, but nothing of the court itself.
I think the Court of Bedlam has fewer members than we imagined.
Enough of this for now. Let's see what our friend has learned. You returned, but without the Dawnbreaker. Weren't you able to make contact with Meridia? Forgive my impatience. This inability to remember has me on edge. Go on. Tell me what you learned. The Court of Bedlam is eliminating the cults of the other princes? To what end? You said you were able to make contact with Meridia. Then why didn't she give you a restored Dawnbreaker? I suspected that might be the case. I'll send Valseren with you into Mafala's realm to rescue the Golden Knight. A disturbing development, to be sure, but we'll have to hope Meridia can protect herself. I'll open a portal to Mafala's spiral skein when you're ready. Then you can use the gem to find the Golden Knight.
Mafala's realm can be daunting, but I'll be with you the entire time.
Remember to stay focused on your destination at all times. Otherwise, you could get lost in myriad pathways of the Dream Cave. And whatever you do, don't lose that gem.
family, you have to know how to scrap.
It's like amazing! Dead ends and passages that lead nowhere! Try to use the Dawn Star gem. Maybe it will reveal a path we're not seeing. I think there's something stalking me in here. Oh no!
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. To run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that. Like your odds. Back on your feet. cry for mummy.
Thank the stars! I can breathe again. I couldn't breathe. As usual, you found me just in the nick of time. The beast that captured me, I've never seen anything like it. A little lightheaded, but I'll be fine. Now that we're together, we can focus on finding the Golden Knight. And if that beast shows its mandibles again, I'll be something with the body of a giant spider. And, well, I'm not sure how to describe it. But it was a creature right out of... The path revealed by the Dawnstar gem? What I wouldn't give to be able to use portal magic in here. That wasn't a pleasant experience.
Well, the Morrowind has her eye on you. I never used to fight this much till I met you. I hope you're watching.
That light in the distance. It's brighter, out of place in this dismal setting. That must be the Golden Knight. world to leave something as valuable as Meridia's Golden Knight unprotected.
I'm getting good.
Warn them. Took you long enough. I expected this rescue hours ago.
Your gratitude has a hollow ring, Knight.
Oh, I can be very grateful, my lady.
Maybe we should just leave him. I'm sure the right master would understand.
Well, this is awkward. You're probably wondering how your old friend Darian became Meridia's champion and got stuck in all this sticky webbing. You know, it's a funny story, really. Probably better if I wait to tell it until after we escape from this realm. Guilty as charged. Meridia sent me to offer my assistance, but those other princes, they kept interfering. And then I was dragged into this pit of spider harlots. Look, we can catch up on things later. Right now, we need to get out of here. There's one small problem. We can't just walk through a door to get back to Tamriel. Believe me, I tried. How did you find me, by the way? Mephala specifically said she was putting me someplace where no one would ever think to look. Oh, right, the gem. That makes sense. I perfectly understand. You need Meridia's champion, so here I am. And with the gem, I can repair Dawnbreaker. Just so you know, I feel awful. I am in no condition to fight at the moment.
Let's get out of here. Meet me outside. I can open a portal to the Dreaming Cave, but the ritual will take time, and will more than likely draw Mephala's Daedra. You need to hold them off until I can find a way back home. I won't be able to assist you while I'm casting, and the Golden Knight doesn't appear to be in any condition to fight. I'm afraid you're on your own, my friend. Let my voice penetrate the barriers between here and the Dreaming Cave. You lead. few moments longer. I can sense the portal opening, just by the stars. That spider thing.
Didn't they?
The portal has opened. Let's get out of here.
Valcerin, take the knight to the healers. We'll deal with the sword later. In the meantime, I need to speak with our friend. You and Valcerin entered Mephala realm and rescued Meridia's Golden Knight. I couldn't ask for more, my friend. I assume Darien believes he can repair the Dawnbreaker. I hope that would be the case. The Golden Knight will need to recover some of his strength first, though. Who knows what tortures Mephala and her creatures inflicted upon him? That's not a fate I'd wish on my worst enemy. Who can say what drives such beings as these? To work with the Sea Slode, to pit their followers against the cultists of other princes, to launch attacks into rival Oblivion realms. Such actions boggle the mind. Knight Darien needs to recover his strength first and restore the Dawnbreaker. Then we can attempt to unblock the path and see where I took the heart of transparent law. For now, take this with my thanks. While the Golden Knight recovers, we must make preparations for breaching the Daedric barrier. Since I can't remember where that particular pathway goes, we'll have to be ready for any contingency. I also need to tell you about another memory. My memories return slowly, a little at a time. While you searched for the night, a memory came back to me. A woman's voice, barely a whisper, beautiful but speaking in a language I can't understand. Repeating the same words over and over. I suspect that the language is ancient. It may actually predate the languages of Tamriel. I feel that the memory is connected to the barrier in the Dreaming Cave, and where I hid the heart. My friend, we need to discover the meaning of these words. I hoped you'd say that. I sent Oriandra to my study to review my memory and see if she could translate the ancient words. I even suggested a scholar she could contact, an expert in ancient languages and obscure dialects. Go. No. I just feel that the words contain the key to where I hid the heart of transparent law. I do know the Forte, the Grand Maestro of the House of Reveries. We've shared research in the past, and
derived from Aliad, though I see a possible correlation to Daedric linguistic patterns. Oh, don't you know not to interrupt a sage when she's deep in concentration? I suppose the Rite Master sent you to see how my research was coming along. I've listened to his memory over and over, and I examined every relevant tome I could find. Not yet. The Master of the House of Reveries sent me his work. It relates to a similar language seen in the ruins of Ebon Stadmont, but I only understand a little of it. I wish Lathan was still one of us. He was our language expert. Ancient languages and battle magic, to name just a few. Lathan betrayed us, and I don't trust him, but I've reached a dead end. We need help, and he's the best option I can think of. Take the notes. I'll let the Rite Master know what I proposed. He may not like it, but he's always telling us to utilize every available resource. I think this qualifies. You'll find Lathan in Valserin's study. See if you can convince him to translate the words. Only if you want to guarantee that Lathan refuses to help us. Haven't you seen them since they were reunited? Val wants to kill him and Lathan hates her with a passion. They used to be so in love. Now it breaks. I have no idea, but it's worth a try. I know Lathan and the Rite Master were friends. I don't believe Lathan would I suppose it had something to do with his daughter. Eldaway was a beautiful girl. Smart. Don't you think we tried? The Rite Master?
Interesting. You weren't this attentive when our daughter actually needed you.
Lathan, I need to go check on the knight anyway.
Val, wait. Damn it. By the spinner's holy webs, when did I become an insufferable arse? Valcerin didn't deserve that. Ildaway was her daughter too. Why am I talking to you about this? I know it isn't because I like you, because I really don't. Is this some new attempt at interrogation? If so, I'm not familiar with the technique. Very well, I'll play along. Yes, I am a master linguist, specializing in ancient and obscure languages. Why do you ask? Intriguing. I've never seen this dialect before. I can translate it, but I need more to work with. I need to examine the original tablets found at Ebon Stadmont. That will never happen, of course. You do remember I'm a prisoner here, don't you? According to those notes, the writing is carved into a massive stone. I doubt you'd be able to carry it back here. All right, you've piqued my interest. Use this rune when you reach Ebon Stadmont, and I'll be able to see what you see. Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking. Just enter the forest, find the... According to the scribblings of this Grand Maestro Forte, Spinner's Web, that's a pompous title. The forest is a maze filled with all kinds of beasts and daedra. As to the reason why, who can say? I don't see how that's relevant to our interactions. Not in the least. Still, my words were spiteful, meant to hurt her. There was no need for me to open old wounds. But why does this concern you? I'm your enemy. Are you too dense to see that? You and Ichesis, always sticking your noses into places they don't belong. I suppose I can appreciate that, but kindness won't help you in the coming war. Very well, I'll tell you this. Val loved our daughter, and our daughter loved Val. Hate? I'm not sure what emotions I feel right now. But when my daughter was dying, when she was crying for her mother's comfort, Val wasn't there. She was buried in her work, too busy or too frightened to spend those final moments with Ildaway.
Off we go!
Before I was...
Nice hole. Should fetch a fair fetching price. Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting. Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers. Can never have enough of that.
The room is working perfectly. It's almost as if I'm standing right next to you. I can feel the powerful magic that permeates this place. I sense a Daedric influence, but something that's far older than my Prince Bathala. The Maestro's notes said the ancient words were etched into a massive stone. I expect you'll need to travel deeper into the forest to find the exact location. I can't translate the words the right master heard until you find that stone. Just retrace your steps. You likely walked by the massive stone and didn't even realize it. Wait a moment. The Maestro's notes had a passage about crows and a path. Just refer to the book and hope for the best, I guess. Refer to the book and use the rune again when you locate the ancient writing.
I suppose I did succeed in this expedition. The notes you've given me are written by my hand, after all. Though I'm sure these notes will give me more details. You know, Tellinger is the one...
I miss roasting pupil scribs over a fire. So...
Eben Stadmont may not...
Thanks for asking. I should have joined the buoyant hommages. Probably shouldn't be proud of that. Until I met you.
Inscription. You found it. Something isn't right. I feel... our connection breaking up. It's Nocturnal's Earl...
Now that Lathan's gone, we can talk freely. I never expected to see you again. But you shouldn't have come here. These words of power, they aren't meant for mortal eyes. I'm an Earl in the court of Bedlam now, so believe me when I say that Lathan isn't being totally honest with you. That doesn't matter. What matters is that I want to maintain the balance of power among the Daedric Triad. If Lathan translates the language and gives Mephala the secret, she'll gain an advantage that could threaten my prince, Nocturnal. Speculate all you want. I'm here to give you a gift. Nocturnal has authorized me to provide you with the meaning of the mysterious phrase. It's in all our best interests for the Right Master to remember where he hid the heart of transparent law. The phrase the Right Master remembers, the words he keeps hearing, it's a spell to retrieve something hidden. When the time is right, he just needs to repeat the phrase to reveal the heart's hiding place. I wasn't sure how I'd feel if I saw you or Naryu again. Balmora seems like a lifetime ago, and I'm a new person since committing myself to Nocturnal's service. I wish you weren't involved in this matter. Artaeum is only as isolated as it allows itself to be. First, the Abyssal Pearl allowed the Sea Slode and Mephala to invade the Sidjic Island. Then you took Lathan, an Earl in the court of Bedlam, prisoner. We know your moves before you make them. Our princes plan to do away with the laws imposed by other powers. They want to remake Nirn, reshape it to better suit their every inclination. Of course, to do this,
All obstacles must be cast aside, including the other Daedric princes. The court isn't evil. We wouldn't be a part of something that didn't add to the greater good. When our princes are done, war and sickness will be eradicated. There will be true peace and godhood for the court, as befits beings of our stature. Naryu is a liar and a coward. She pretends to be a cold-hearted killer, but she couldn't bring herself to spill my blood. Instead, she sent me away. Shipped me off to protect me, she said. To save me. More likely she just wanted to save her. I felt abandoned. Lost. That's when Nocturnal offered to comfort me. Not the Morag Tong. Not a Khajiit Guardian. Not even you. Nocturnal gave me a purpose and a family. She gave me something to believe in. Belief doesn't make something true. You stopped me once, but I'm stronger now. More powerful. As for the princes, you're barely a speck on a flea that gets casually brushed aside after a minor irritation. Do what you must. This only ends one way. Tell the Right Master, it's a spell of retrieval.
I've re-established my connection to the rune. Tell me what Nocturnal's Earl said to you. I can't believe Nocturnal's Earl interfered like that. We're supposed to be allies. Why would she want to stop me from reading that ancient inscription? A spell. Interesting. And somehow connected to the Right Master's forgotten hiding place. I wonder why Nocturnal decided to share this information. She isn't usually the most forthcoming. Right. I told them to interrupt my research before I could unravel an ancient and powerful language. Look, you should come back to Kapora Tower now. The Right Master wants to hear everything my associate shared with you. And frankly, so do I. I just wish I could have spent a few moments studying that inscription.
If you're going to kill bugs, at least kill fetcher flies.
Oriandra, you should have consulted me beforehand.
She saw an opportunity and she took it, Ichesis.
Silence, Lathan! Need I put you in chains to remind you of your status here?
I'm sorry, Right Master. We should have asked permission. It won't happen again.
Olisetta, what are you thinking? Do you have a moment? A friend of mine, she's run off, and I fear the worst. Olisetta Grakog. We're not friends exactly. More like colleagues. Well, perhaps we are friends. I'm not sure. She doesn't make it easy. Anyway, none of that matters. What matters is that she's put herself in harm's way, again. Please don't tell anyone, but I think she stole a seeing stone called the Eye of Remembrance and took it to Traitor's vaults. I told her to put it back. The Relic Master will be furious. I thought she'd seen reason, but when she missed breakfast...
Ichesis is in a mood. I'd watch my step around him if I were you.
This escapade of yours could have been disastrous. What were you and Oriandra thinking, trusting Lathan to help us translate the ancient language? Now nothing you discovered can be trusted. We're back to square one. I observed what I could through Lathan's connection, but it seems to me that the Court of Bedlam is just trying to confuse us. What do you think? Should we trust Nocturnal's Earl or not? Then we're no better off than we were. Except now we have the Golden Knight. Let's proceed and hope for the best. Perhaps I'll remember more after we use the portal. Go outside and retrieve Darien, then meet me in the Dreaming Cave. No matter whether Nocturnal's Earl spoke truth or lies, we need to recover the heart of Transparent Law. I'm sure I hid it somewhere beyond the Daedric barrier. Was there anything else before you go and check on Darien? I remember I tried to resist the Sea Sloat's compulsion and was able to maintain a sliver of control. But as for a revelation spell, where would I acquire something in such an obscure language? And whose voice do I hear echoing in my mind? I remember using what control I still possessed to foil Katora's plans. I recall forging a bargain with someone I have no memory of. I remember that it was the only way to assure the heart's safety. That, my friend, would be a mistake. Summerset's ancient defenses have withered since the Transparent Law crystal was broken and the heart removed. Every moment the crystal tower remains incomplete, another protection falls away. I'm sure that it is. But in that certainty, we gain an advantage. You'll be at my side when we locate the heart, and you'll be there to help me defend it from the Court of Bedlam and their princes.
Our trip into the Cursed Wood wasn't a total failure. I had a brief moment to examine the inscription before Nocturnal's Earl usurped our connection. I think I know what some of the words from the Right Master's memory mean. Not yet. He's been in a harsh mood. Besides, I've only been able to make a partial translation. The phrase contains 8 distinct words, repeated over and over. I've been able to translate 3 of them. In, heart, unsealed. Do with that information what you will.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Your wounds, they're just gone.
I've always healed fast, Val. I can call you Val, right?
Give me a moment. I'd like to chat with our friend.
Of course. Then go to the Dreaming Cave. The Rite Master's ready to begin.
Tired of walking anyway.
Meld is finally over. Does this mean we can go... Oh, there you are. The Relic Master has been looking all over for you. You know, I didn't think to ask. Maybe it has to do with the missing relics. Yes, that sounds about right. Well, yes, but the Relic Master didn't seem too upset by the whole ordeal. He probably already saw how we were going to get them back. Maybe you have something to do with that? Just go ahead into the college ruins over there. You can't miss him.
What? Oh, thank Malakath. I thought you were the Relic Master. I'm not sure what brings you down here, but you couldn't have come at a better time. As you can see, I'm a little... exploring. Our betters don't like to talk about it. When they do, they call it Trader's Vault. According to my... Good question. I found this memory stone in the Grand Reliquary. It's called the Eye of Remembrance. Using it near the library pedestals here might show us why these ruins were... What luck! To find a fellow troublemaker on this stiff-necked isle. There should be pedestals scattered throughout the ruin that will cause the eye to act. Ulaseta, formerly of Clan Kog. The Sijiks want you to renounce those old affiliations, you see. Don't want that sort of thing to interfere with your dedication to the old way. Something like 350 years, give or take a decade. I know what you're thinking. She looks sprightly for her age, right? Semantics. I'm still an apprentice, you see. I should have earned my gray cloak a century ago, but I'm too much of a gadfly. Rubs our masters the wrong way. I'm what they call an admina, a poor listener. The fact is, I listen better than most. Other than the fancy name, I'm not exactly sure. If you look closely, you'll see it's covered in... Of course! I wouldn't have risked the Sijik's wrath on a hunch.
Just look at this place. How in Sarabane's name did you get the right master to unlock it for you?
He rightly acknowledged our superior skill. It's only natural that he'd let us work here.
Well, it's quite a privilege.
Privilege? It's our right, Valas. You mustn't be so humble all the time.
Not this again. Come, let's explore further.
Secluded? Cavernous? Yes, this will be perfect for my research.
That was Manamarco, and Vana Scalarian, the leader of the Mages Guild. Can you believe this? It must be Manamarco's laboratory.
last of them. Oh, thank feck. Was a bit of a warm-up.
imprudent.
Oh, Varnus. I would have thought you less judgmental. It's just a bit of puppetry. Nothing but arcane lift and spirit handling.
That was a living thing, Manimarco. You're edging close to a dangerous line. Too close.
You sound like the right master. The only lines are those you draw in your mind.
I'm not going to... Please. Just find a new avenue of research, all right?
Oh, Varnus, you fool. You will never understand true fun.
I always heard Vanus and Manimarco were friends, but it seems like a complex relationship. Fascinating! Let's see what else we can find.
The enemy is this way! You know, I like to think I'm agreeable. Finders keepers, as they say.
to our classmates? What is wrong with you?
Wrong? Honestly, grow up, Valus. There is no right and wrong. Only power and weakness.
You've made me for a fool. I can't believe I didn't see the rot infesting your soul. You will answer for this eventually. I swear it.
And you, my friend, will answer for your short-sightedness when I eclipse you in every way.
I always thought Mannimarco was confused, misguided. Seems he knew exactly what he was doing. Amazing.
Greater fool than I thought.
You tainted the Thapora Tower. You're worse than a murderer.
Pathetic. You expect Ichesis to bind me here? No. Simply banish me from the island.
That won't be enough. You're a beast, Mannimarco. A beast that needs to be caged.
Of course you're right. And once I reach the mainland, I'll show the world just how right you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a ritual to complete. Now, to my masterwork. If Ichesis does not see the genius of my work, he can rot with the rest of them.
So these are the events that led to Mannimarco's exile. Let's keep exploring. Well, I didn't expect that. Meet me outside. We have a lot to talk about.
guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that. Can never have enough of that.
Welcome back, partner! By Malakath, what a discovery! We learned about the history of the Vault, the Worm King's relationship with Vanus Galarian, and you even destroyed one of Manamarco's vile experiments. Not bad for a day's work. Don't turn on me now. The Eye gave us glimpses of Manamarco's work. With time, we might be able to learn more about his process. Know your enemy, right? I hope I can count on you to keep this a secret. Here's a little something for the effort. Let's do this again sometime, huh?
No, you will not be doing anything like this ever again, Uliseta.
Spying on us, huh? Well, I'm sick of you cowards hiding knowledge away and then punishing us for discovering it.
If not for Admana, like you, we wouldn't have to hide things like the eye you stole. Come, Uliseta. Your punishment awaits.
Good. I'm anxious to tell you all exactly what I think of you.
Off we go! Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting. Of this place, the Vault of Moawita, but it shouldn't be empty. Something's very wrong. Nice hole.
Oh, was it today that you would arrive? Well, certainly seems like it. Welcome, welcome.
I expected you would come, though perhaps not quite so soon. You're here about the missing relics, of course. Well, yes, why wouldn't I want to talk to you? I've been waiting for your arrival. You see, this happens to be the Vault of Moawita, where the Sidric Order keeps its most cursed relics. It's a tad bit emptier than usual, though. We've had a break-in. Exactly so. And you'll be the one to help us collect them again. Hopefully before anyone comes to harm. Why, these items could cause all sorts of mischief. First, though, the Sidric Order doesn't interfere with much outside of Artaeum, I'm afraid, and the relics have already found their way to Summerset. The items are hidden, of course, but the Codex should... I believe they're called... All ready to head out then on your big adventure? Ah, sorry about that. Location... Well, they're certainly dangerous. I wouldn't suggest touching any of them directly. Their side effects vary, but none are very pleasant, to say the least. Misery... It's much worse than it sounds, trust me. If you're still curious, I've collected research about each relic. Just read the scrolls placed before their display case. That should give you a good idea about their abilities. Exactly. You'll just need to find the properly labeled display case in the Vault of Moawita and place the relic within it. That should help safely bind its curse. Now that you're all set for the journey, feel free to ask me any questions you'd like. I've never been one to ignore a healthy curiosity. Ah, you're able to get right to the heart of the matter, aren't you? The most aggravating part is, well, we saw it coming. Our order sees most important things in a fashion. Sadly, in this case, we were powerless to stop it. I'm afraid not. Whenever we try to envision the occurrence, or even those who employ such dark magic, well, they don't tend to maintain control for very long. Power always has its price. Now that you're all set for the journey, feel free to ask me any questions you'd like. Oh, most certainly. The Relic Master of the Sidric Order, generally, they're... Why, all sorts of things. I can't even begin.
Can never have enough of that.
Now that you're all set for the journey, feel free to ask me any questions you...
Nice hole.
Corpora Tower truly is a sight to behold, isn't it? I've actually done
Your wounds, they're just gone.
I've always healed fast, Val. I can call you Val, right? Give me a moment. I'd like to chat with our friend.
Of course. Then go to the Dreaming Cave. The Rite Master's ready to begin.
I wanted to thank you again for getting me out of Mephalah's realm. It wasn't anything like I originally imagined. Oh, and I wanted to let you know that I was able to repair the Dawnbreaker. The sword's power should allow us to breach the barrier. No thanks to the Psijic healers. I thought they were gonna slice me open to try to figure out what makes me... well, me. I'm glad you stopped by, though. I wanted to talk to you. In private. This might sound like a strange question. In fact, depending on how you answer it, It is a strange question. Do you remember me? I'm not talking about here in Summerset. I mean, from someplace else. Yeah, it was terrible. One moment I'm fighting Molag Bal, and the next I'm stuck in the colored rooms without any kind of explanation. I tried everything I could think of to get out of there, but nothing worked until Meridia gave me this mission. I thought I did. After the big flash of light, I remember floating. Then there was more light. Meridia was there. She told me I was in her realm. Other than her lectures, it was pretty boring. Come to think of it, those were pretty boring too. Oh yeah, she said I was supposed to help you stop the Daedric princes, to keep them from reaching the Crystal Tower. Problem is, she didn't tell me how we were supposed to do that, and now I can't seem to reach her. I hate to admit it, but I'm worried. Fixing the Dawnbreaker was surprisingly easy, by the way, especially considering that I'd never repaired a Daedric artifact before. Questions? Not like a test or anything, though, right? Tests. Being in the colored rooms was fun at first. Those golden saints were pleasant to look at. Their personalities leave a lot to be desired, though. I've had better conversations with the floating rocks than with those shining arses. I ask myself that question every day. Meridia, help you. She talked about you a lot, as a matter of fact. We've already stopped one Daedric prince together, right? How hard can it be to stop 3? I wish I knew the answer to that. I remember my father well enough. He was a Breton, but I never met my mother. In fact, now that I think about it, my entire childhood is kind of a blur. I never questioned that. Not really. Meridia only ever told me I was her vessel. I can't say I remember volunteering for that job, though. I have her magic inside me. I've had who I am, what I am, why the amazing good looks and roguish charm if I'm just here to stomp on Meridia's enemies. I mean, I guess if I was a prince, I'd want a dashing champion, so I can't blame her for that. Hey, I got stabbed a bunch, remember? You can't examine battle wounds with your armor on. Besides, this sea air is good for the skin. Ask anyone. I'll try not to distract you too much until after we've saved this world. After that, I don't have any plans, if you don't.
I happen to be the only merchant on Artaeum. Not that I get much business, mind you. In fact, you're my first customer in weeks.
Don't start without me!